traveled on a little bit, and I was kind of fuming on the side, and looked over on the pasture, and there was a donkey over there, a jackass. I looked over at that donkey, and I looked over at her, and I said, "Your relatives?" She said, "Yes, by marriage." Now, Chief Sam, don't be stealing my story. Let me introduce our class speaker, Recruit McCarter. Would you come up, please?
Good evening, Director Eunice, Chief Zapp, distinguished guests, family, and friends to the graduation of law enforcement basic recruit class 459-463. First and foremost, I would like to give thanks to God for allowing us to be here on this special evening. On January 11, 2018, 45 strangers answered an internal desire to serve. Each and every one of us came from different walks of life, from a career of military service to a new college graduate. We chose the path only a small percentage of the population has the desire or ability to do, and that is to serve the community and protect those who don't have the ability to serve themselves. We have vowed to run to danger while others run away. We will put our lives on the line like our fellow brothers and sisters in blue have done in the past, currently do, and will continue to do in the future. Entering law enforcement is not an endeavor to be taken lightly, and we have accepted the challenges and responsibilities inherent in our role. We pay tribute to our fellow officers who have paid the ultimate sacrifice, never forgetting they left behind family, friends, colleagues, and loved ones who supported them. Classes 459 and 463 will continue to carry the torch for our fallen. The demands of the academy require many of us to make some lifestyle changes. Late night studying, weekend reading, and stressing about exams are just a small representation of what we endured. Without our families and loved ones, I guarantee we couldn't have gotten to where we are this evening. So I say thank you for standing by us. Thank you for understanding how much this means to us. And why we are doing this. To the class, I challenge you and myself to be the best, not only as officers, but as people the citizens we serve will want to emulate. We shall carry ourselves with pride, professionalism, and confidence. We will respect and represent our agency in the best possible manner. Remember, our profession is highly visible, and we have the ability to influence people's lives unlike any other profession. I believe in treating people the way we want to be treated is the foundation to our success. We are all human and deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. Be humble and confident in our ability to carry out the duties required of us. Stay proficient and constantly seek opportunities for self-improvement. The better trained and educated we are, the better we are able to serve the community. We must ensure we take care of ourselves, ensure we take the time to enjoy the hobbies, sports, and those passions and interests that relax us while out of uniform. It is imperative that we care for our physical well-being by staying in shape. Understand the better we are prepared mentally and physically, the more alert and vigilant we will be on the job. Family is everything. They will be there with us throughout our careers. The long, stressful days and nights, the dangers of the job, and the many sacrifices will be felt by them as well. Make sure we communicate with our spouse or significant other and spend quality time together. I believe our strongest resource is the support of our family at home. Our fellow officers will become our extended family, but remember those loved ones at home are who we are going home to at the end of our shift. Class, would you please stand? Turn around and face your families and give them a round of applause. You may be seated. I want to say thank you to the following agencies: Tallahassee Police Department, Leon County Sheriff's Office, Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services, Franklin County Sheriff's Office, Florida State University Police Department, Liberty County Sheriff's Office, Bay County Sheriff's Office, and the Monticello Police Department. I cannot express the gratitude we have for you for giving us the opportunity to pursue our dreams. Thank you for believing in our ability. We will not let you down. To the agencies that will open doors of opportunity for our classmates in the future, thank you as well. I also want to extend a special thank you to our instructors for challenging us and ensuring our success. While in the academy, some members of the class became parents, had serious illnesses, whether it was family at home or they experienced it themselves, and struggled with family issues, but we made it. So to the class, congratulations. To those who started this journey with us in January, but were not able to finish with us tonight due to illness, injuries, or military obligations, you are still members of this class. Our class wishes all of you the best in your law enforcement career or any endeavor that you pursue. Never give up on your dreams and know that sacrifice will be worth it in the end. Matthew 5:9 states, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God." The thin blue line that we as law enforcement officers represent will be a driving force in our lives, and I'm confident that members of classes 459 and 463 will continue the heroism and dedication to duty and service. In closing, I appreciate and thank each and every member of the class for allowing me to be your class president. I will be forever grateful for this opportunity. Thank you. Please enjoy our class video put together by Mr. Daniel O'Connell and Mr. Nicholas Gugamos.
Call out the lights. couldn't fix me, I accepted it. Gladiator, gladiator, gladiator. With the guns, giant slayer, shaker, dominator, train wrecking ball, gladiator. Tell me what it is that you think you believe. Caught in a crossfire, trouble and sin. Every single day I feel like I'm underneath.
won't be long. When I get home back home. Used to drive a Cadillac. Now I carry a rucksack. Happy empty.
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
Same old stuff again.
Same old stuff again.
Marching down the avenue.
Marching down the avenue.
2 more weeks and we'll be through.
2 more weeks and we'll be through.
I won't have to look at you.
I won't have to look at you.
You won't have to look at me.
You won't have to look at me.
Hurting, hurting, hurting me.
Hurting, hurting, hurting me.
I don't know if I charge you, because that looks like a lot of fun. Jumping around and all that game. That was fun. I'd like to introduce some folks. Doug Glisson, who is a class coordinator. Doug is the coordinator. He is the father figure. He is the best friend. He's the worst enemy. He's the mentor, role model. Disciplinarian. And also I'd like for all of the instructors that are in the audience, if you would stand and be recognized, all of the class instructors. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And on the dais with me, Andrea Blaylock, who has mentored the mentor. Thank you, Sergeant Blaylock. It occurred to me that I was looking over some issues about how peaceful some places are. And it dawned on me that in the old Andy Griffith show, for those of you that watch the reruns, it dawned on me that why Mayberry was so peaceful and quiet and no one was married. The single people that come to mind is Andy, he wasn't married, Aunt Bee wasn't married, Barney, Floyd, Howard, Goober certainly wasn't married, Gomer, Sam, Ernest T. Bass, the crazy one, the Darling family, Helen, Thelma Lou, Clara. In fact, Sheriff, the only one that was married was Otis, and he stayed drunk most of the time. Doug Glisson. Doug, would you come up? Thank you so much.
Good evening, recruits, families, and honored guests. It has truly been my honor to be the coordinator of this class. And in fact, this was my first class. And they have set the bar very high for future classes. As a matter of fact, I recently asked the class officers, I took them to lunch because I wanted to get some feedback on what went right, what went wrong, what we can do better. And I expected to get a little feedback. I got a 12-page critique. So we have a lot of room for improvement, but everything they gave me was positive, it was constructive, and we're going to pay it forward, and the next class will be even better. But it truly takes a team to accomplish what we have here tonight. From the food service director, Rylan Moore, Gigi Hawthorne, who's our conference coordinator. We have Miss Courtney Kelly here tonight. Miss Mo Augustine, who handle our administrative services. Miss Blaylock has been my mentor, as Mr. Eunice mentioned, from day one. Miss Daisy Garcia. Every member of this class can attest. They saw her before class, during her lunch hour, after class. Anytime she needed to stay and help these students, she did it. I also want to thank all of our instructors who gave so much of themselves in this class. Second, I want to thank the class officers and the squad leaders. Class President Jonathan McCall, Sergeant of Arms Alex Pereira, Secretary Samuel Carey, Treasurer Natalie Catania, Squad Leaders Christopher Andre, Amber Bosley, Jason Carcina, Justin Cote, Jonathan McCall, and Brittany McKenzie. These recruits volunteered for these assignments, and on a daily basis were required to take on additional assignments, and I promise you we would not be here today without their efforts. In addition to class, study, and physical training time, these recruits have raised money for the Florida Public Safety Institute. We have a legacy foundation where we raise scholarship money for the next class. In fact, students in this class are recipients of that award, and they're paying it forward for the next class. They also constructed the multiple station pull-up bar you saw in the video there. They paid for it and they constructed it. I don't know if the next class is going to thank them for it, because we figured out some ways we can use that for challenges, let's say that. In addition, they participated in community projects. The three main projects they did as a class was the Springtime Tallahassee Parade, the Red Hills Horse Trials, and the FSU ROTC Justin Sissons 5K Memorial Run. As you can see, it's been a busy 6 months. Until you've gone through what these recruits have gone through, you really can't appreciate the physical, the mental, and the emotional toll it takes to accomplish these goals. I believe this class will soon demonstrate to all of us they're going to be great officers in the future. I have no doubt of that. It is now my honor to present the Florida Public Safety Institute Class Awards. Tonight, these recruits are learning about these awards for the first time themselves. So there's quite an anticipation from them, as you might expect after 6 months of long training. The first award is the Executive Director's Award, and it's based on academic excellence. This was an extremely close decision with recruits Eddie Bailey and Quanika Hall, who maintained a 95 to 96 grade point average for all 16 exams. A great accomplishment and hard to beat. However, the Executive Director recipient, who maintained an incredible 97% grade point average for all 16 exams, and who is the recipient of our Executive Director Award, is recruit Tazara Wildhammer. Please come up. The next award is the Top Gun Award. The recruits trained with handguns, shotguns, and rifles each shot over 1,000 rounds of ammo. They shot early in the morning, they shot in the heat of the day, they shot at night. They had to successfully pass written examinations and qualify a passing score on the firing range. And one recruit who excelled overall and is our Top Gun Award recipient is recruit Matt Murray. Please stand up. The next award is the Top Driving Award. These recruits come to the Academy with all different levels of driving experience and skills, but soon learn it's quite a challenge to successfully complete the driving program. In addition to the written exams, they have to successfully complete the following tasks on the driving range: figure eights, weaving, backing, serpentine, cornering, evasive maneuvers, etc. At the end, the recruits have the challenge and the fun, by the way, of running the obstacle course, where they were required to put all these skills together. The overall best driver and the recipient of our top driving award is recruit Hunter Whitaker. Please stand up. The next award is the Top Defensive Tactics Award. The defensive tactics training these recruits received required them to pass a written examination of a score of 80% and to successfully demonstrate proficiencies with over 50 defensive tactic techniques. They are tested on 41 of those techniques with a required proficiency rate of 100%. Recruit Quanika Hall was our smallest recruit, but turned out to be a tough competitor. The number 2 DT score was recruit Donald Roberts and was tied with our recipient on skills. The only separation was the test scores. That's how close this was. The top overall defensive tactics performer and the recipient of our top defensive tactics award is recruit Dustin Moore. Our next award is the Most Improved PT or Physical Training Award. In an academy, the recruits are trained by Titus Sports Academy, and on the first day of class are assessed on their personal level of strength, flexibility, and cardiovascular conditioning. For the next 6 months, the recruits are challenged 2 to 3 times per week to improve on their initial assessments. There were plenty of hot and hard days. Recruit Daniel Condon, for example, lost 20 pounds. Recruit Travis Osborne lost 61 pounds. There was literally blood, sweat, and tears given during PT. At the end of the academy, the recruit who demonstrated the greatest improvement and is the recipient of our Most Improved PT Award is recruit Daniel Howell. The next award is the Top PT Award. In consideration for this award, there are 5 physical qualities scored by Titus Sports Academy. They include mobility, speed, strength, agility, and endurance. The recruit who demonstrated the best score overall and is recipient of the Top PT Award is recruit Dustin Moore. In each class, the Florida Public Safety Institution awards a deserving student the Deputy Chris Smith Fellowship Award. These recipients are selected by input from the recruits, the instructors, and academy staff. Deputy Smith was a Leon County deputy who was ambushed and killed in the line of duty when responding to an intensely set house fire. Deputy Smith embodied devotion to family and faith. He was a compassionate, a person of quiet humor, and had a dedication to duty and loved his wife and 2 children. The student that was selected that embodied the characteristics of Deputy Smith displayed is recruit Jason Carasino. Safety Institute awards a second deserving student. That is for the Sergeant Dale Green Memorial Award. Sergeant Green was a Tallahassee police officer who was ambushed and killed in the line of duty. Shot multiple times, he was able to call for assistance and provide critical information about the incident to responding units. Sergeant Green embodied commitment, dedication, perseverance, and community. He was a loving husband and a father to his children. The student that embodied the characteristics of Sergeant Green displayed is recruit Hannah Rapali Thompson.
Let's give everybody another hand for all the leadership. Before we get to the presentation, I'd like to recognize Director Kim Allen. Kim, thank you for being here this evening. Kim is the Director of Continuing Ed. And now we get to a point, maybe Chief Staff, I got another story I need to share with you. This he likes my stories. A tour bus driver was driving a bus full of seniors down the highway when a little old lady tapped him on the shoulder, and she offered him a handful of peanuts, which he graciously accepted. About 15 minutes later, she tapped on his shoulder again and offered him another handful of peanuts, which he took. He said to her, this repeated itself probably another 7 or 8 times. Finally, the bus driver asked her why the seniors didn't eat the peanuts themselves. She told him that it was impossible because of their old teeth. They weren't able to chew them. And she said, all we can do is just suck the chocolate off of them. Be careful of the peanuts. Sergeant at Arms, prepare your class for the presentation of certificates. They're going to be going around this side over here, so you would make way for them, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're a chief or a sheriff, good. If you're a chief or a sheriff or representing the head of an agency and you have sponsored or employed one of these recruits, we would invite you to come up when they get their certificate for their photo. If you have multiple people in the class, if you want to hang out by the blue backdrop and step up as they come up to get their certificate.
Daddy.